Okay, people. So, I've been reading The Count of Monte Cristo by Jules Verne. No, no. It's by Alexander Dumas, not Jules Verne. I love Jules Verne stuff, but he didn't write, The Count of Monte Cristo. Alexander Dumas. Whew. Yeah, and it's funny, right? Because there's so many different versions, and this one, it's like, gosh, what was it? I think it's 50 hours. I mean, it's heavy. And it's definitely more dense than any other version that I've done. Right. And I've done big versions, but there's stuff that's happening that I'm just like, I remember that. Right. I thought he got whipped every day in prison. What's going on? So it's dense. Right. So I thought, you know what? Let me, you know, sprinkle in something a little bit light, easy, a palate cleanser. So I decided to check out Jules Barnard's Never Date Your Best Friend, um, which is the fourth in a series, it would seem, right? So there was Never Date Your Brother's Best Friend, then Never Date a Player, Never Date Your Ex, and yeah, now it's Never Date Your Best Friend. There's also Never Date Your Enemy, um, you know, which kind of, what I mean? You're a bit like, Never Date Your Enemy. It kind of makes sense, right? I don't think you need these books, but yeah, it's this Never Date thing. They're very, like, it was 3 hours, something like that. Not a long book, right? Which again, I thought, boom, that's good. It's narrated by Zachary Weber and Emily Brewer, I think. And the gist is this: I'm stuck in the friend zone with the hottest guy I've ever known. Oh, and he's my best friend. Zach pushes me away the moment sparks fly, and sparks have been flying since the day we met. For some aggravating reason, he's intentionally keeping me at a distance. The way I see it, I had two options. I can leave town and make a fresh start, or I can show Zach how right we are for each other. The problem is, one of those options has the potential to ruin the best friendship I've ever had. But I'm considering risking it all for love. Dun, dun, dun. Now, to be honest, I hadn't read any of that before I got it. This is part of the Unlimited series, which I have to say was a great addition to Audible. There's books you can listen to for free. Don't even have to buy it, right? Which I think is great. And now just there's a standard card for books when you're a member, £7.50. I mean, Audible has now become legit as fuck, man. I've been a member since I think 2012, a long ass time, maybe even earlier than that, and I loved it. I thought it was great. 2 credits a month, always a sale on, but just these new additions have really just boom made it insane. So yeah, it was part of that. So yeah, I thought, you know what? There's nothing to lose. So I checked it out. Now straight away, I was a bit like, oh, I don't like this. But it's a bit like, oh come on, man, you've just started. You can't judge it straight out the gate. But yeah, I was a bit like, ugh. Now, see, this is the thing, right? She says that Zach is her best friend. But then Kira is meant to be her best friend, right? It's just like, oh, that's my best friend. No, that's my best friend. And like, listen, this book, it's like for those 50 shade peoples, right? Now, it's not a sex book. I mean, they do have sex a couple of times, which always just so badly written, so badly, right? It's one of those ones where it's just like, you know, oh, and we came together straight away. You know, he kissed me on my button. You know, he went to my special place. It's just that, and you're just like, oh, Jesus Christ, man, come on. What are we doing? You know what I mean? Oh dear. But yeah, it's light. It's a light. It's a Mills and Boon type of thing. It's not real. Nothing about it is real because just from the setup, she was like, "Oh, I've been in this spot for a year and a half, and all this time I've been in love with him, and I've not talked to any other guy." And you're just like, "Ugh, no." Listen, here's the deal, right? Now, I look, you know, what I mean, I've had crushes on chicks, and I'd be like, oh man, if only we could get together, this would be incredible, right? But like, one, you realize there's that point where, yeah, we're not doing, nothing's gonna happen, right? And there's that bit of you that wants to keep that little hope alive, be like, maybe it could. But then if someone great came up to you and talked, you're not gonna be like, no, I'm saving myself. You know, because that's insane, right? You would, you know, go on a date, like see, like you'd be like, you know, I wanna, but you know, let's go on a date. It's a date, you know. Like you're not jumping them or something, but you know, you see, like, all right, you know, what's the deal? All right. That's what you would do. Now, maybe, as I said, look, you would give it a period of time, not a year and a half. That's insane, right? Uh, and yeah, this is just like she's like, oh, he sleeps around. He doesn't. So you know, right, what he does. So that's the thing. So you're not waiting a year and a half. That's stupid. That's insane. And again, look, I know people like I've spoken to girls who've been in this situation. Dudes, no one would do that. No one. No one is waiting a year and a half. A year and a half of not talking to anyone else or any of that is dumb. So there's that. Again, there's that whole thing of Kira supposedly being her best friend, you know, which is like, then you go to like, so, you know, we're constantly changing the point of view, go from her to Zach, right? And yeah, you have him then going, I mean, she doesn't deserve me. I love her, but she deserves someone so much better. And you're just like, ugh. Ugh. It's just like, oh, god damn it. This is so dumb. Right? No one is doing that shit. Right? You might go to yourself, oh man, like, man, like, I can't believe she likes me like that, man. Like, with all the people that are looking at her, like, you know, Nessa, as it was, I'm surprised she wants to go out with me, but you're not like, oh, I'm not good enough. I'm not, like, you know, someone wants to date you and be like, no, I'm too much bad news for you. You're like, no, this is so stupid, right? It is just dumb. All of this. You have like you know, she gets invited out by some like people that she knows, some friends, and he's like, "Oh, I've got to go and keep her safe. Oh, I can't believe he's looking at her. Whoa, does he want to date her?" And you're like, what? Like, you're putting your dick in everything, but you would then try and cock block her, even though you're not trying to date. It's just this stupidness. And then for her to allow the shit, right? It'd be like, oh, I'm a kick-ass woman, blah, blah, blah. But then it's just like, okay, you can do that, right? They're meant to be best friends, meant to be best friends. They know nothing about each other. Nothing, right? No, if this was a few months in, I get it. But you know someone a year and a half, and you don't know if they've got siblings. You don't know, like, just like their hobbies. You don't know any of that. Like, you ain't best friends. Like, what the fuck are you talking? You ain't best friends, motherfucker. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's just stupid. And yeah, it's just full of these, I'm pulling away, right? There's this older woman that he's been having a fling with. And again, you get this at the very start. There's no spoilers here, people. But it's just like, oh, I've been trying to break it off with her. All this, and you're like, no, you ain't, right? It's not difficult, right? Especially if you've been dating someone from a young age, right? You just be like, I'm telling the police. So all you have to do is fucking simple. There's no, oh, how can I do it? I just don't know. Oh, just it's lame, right? There's a point where it's like a friend doesn't cook, but she made some shop bought stuff. Shop bought stuff. So it's not going to taste incredible because it's shop bought. It's not going to taste disgusting, but it's just going to taste shop bought. And she's just like, oh, I had to go because I had to try her cooking. I'm like, what are you saying? You've already said, oh, it's shop bought. Oh, that makes sense. Blah, blah, blah. And then the name me like, God, I couldn't not try her cook. You're like, Jesus Christ. Jeez. And then obviously, right? They make the job that she really wants, marketing. I hate that shit. I hate that shit whenever there's like in a story and be like, and the person's into market. But then the way they talk about it and be like, you know nothing about this game, son. You know nothing about this game. And obviously, they always get the opportunities they go for. Like, he owns property, but he works in a casino, right? But we're meant to believe that, oh yeah, he's making so much bank that he can afford. No, he's not. No, he's not. Now his dad is rich, right? So yes, just say his dad lent him some money. Simple, but trying to make it that he does it all on his Jones. Come on, man. That's some stupid shit. So, you know, I mean, it did serve as a refreshment, but ugh, it just made me irritated. It made me irritated. This was not a book for me. Wasn't a book for me. Now, like, I'd have to dip into certain things because sometimes you stumble on something that you really like, right? There was I think it was called My Best Friend by Mike Gale. I liked that book. I thought it was a good book. I enjoyed it, right? But I would never have found that book if I didn't, give certain things a try, right? So yeah, it's about, all right, I'll check this out. I'll try it, but yeah, sometimes you hit a turkey. And for me, this really was. As I said, look, it's just not for me. It wasn't for me. Now, if you like Chili Cooper, Jojo Moyles, all of that, you'll dig it. I think it'll probably be for you. Fortunately, it was not for me. But back to the Count of Monte Cristo, it is.